Neither one of you will be starting.
What do you mean? We've done everything that you asked of us.
How many of those do you guys have? Now, as I was saying, neither of you will be starting, but both of you will be playing.
Coach, I'm sorry, but I'm not switching positions.
I'm not asking you to switch positions. You both get reps at QB. This is a defense-first team now. So I don't need your heartbreak kids nonsense. All I need is for one of you to manage things and make sure the offense doesn't give the game away, because my defense certainly won't. Understand?
But you've seen what we did in high school.
I don't care what the heartbreak kids did 2 years ago, son. I'm more concerned what you can do now in college and winning a lot more at ease. So I'm gonna rotate you guys. I'm gonna stick with the hot hand until I see what I can get out of one of you. And you'll start the first half. If you do well enough, you'll stay in. If not, we'll see what Tommy's got.
Coach, you can't be serious.
You two are competitors, right? Well, that's how you're gonna have to approach this, as a competition. Now go on, get out of here.
EA Sports coverage of college football takes us to Miami, Florida, and Hard Rock Stadium for the 2019 Kickoff Classic and an early season matchup of powerhouses. It's the home state Florida Gators taking on the Trojans from Southern Cal. So here we go. It all starts now. A new season of college football underway here in Miami. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now White with a first down throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Charles. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. A nice throw there, and you know, it's the first career start for this junior quarterback. And head coach Red O'Brien, he has said that he plans to use both of his top quarterbacks this year. We weren't even sure who was going to get the nod in this first game. He kept it a secret basically until just prior to kickoff.
And I'll tell you what, partner, I've got to give it to the new head coach Red O'Brien, because as a former defensive coordinator, I'm sure he thought to himself, what would drive me insane trying to prepare for this game? Oh, that's right. Not knowing who's going to play quarterback and not being able to truly prepare. So he did exactly that here, starting his head coaching tenure, putting the pressure on his opponent by not naming his starter. So he's going to see how both of them play, I would expect, in this game. See who has the hot hand, see who handles the team, who handles the stage. I really like how he's getting things started now as the head coach of this team, not just the defensive coordinator.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one is right through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the defense gives up the field goal, 3 points, and that obviously, Charles, the first 3 points scored in the college football season.
And Brandon, I know this has got to be really hard for Coach O'Brien. First game as a head coach, former defensive coordinator. You and I both know he wants to snarl at the defense for giving up any points. But now as a head coach, just giving up a field goal, probably has to feel pretty good about that.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
At the 45-yard line.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown, Florida. Lakin Smith, 40 yards. And the Gators have taken the early lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Vinny Ward, 65 yards. And the Trojans have taken the lead. What a special moment for him. The first passing touchdown of his college career, and certainly a moment that he will never forget.
And it always helps to get that first one out of the way, doesn't it? I know right now that he just wants to go and jump to the top of the stadium and throw his hands up and exult a little bit. But he's had a chance to prove that he can do it now. He got it done. It's been a long time in the making. Now he's just got to harness that emotion and continue to play.
This one taken just inside. Now a hit and a loose football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Trojans.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Heard so many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to...
And he is in for a USC touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Trojans add on to their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
USC gets set here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, these college offenses, Charles, so wide open. And there's an example right there that we just saw. Now, let me ask you, how does a college offense differ from an NFL offense, or does it?
Well, it still does, Brandon, because NFL offenses, while they're continuing to embrace what the colleges are giving them more and more, they're still not playing as fast as a general rule. You know, most college offenses will run about 15 plays per game more than NFL offenses will. They'll take a few more chances in what they're doing, maybe try and isolate their star player a little bit better. Yeah, there's still some differences in what we're seeing, but for me, speed and pace of play for college offenses still ahead of what we see in the NFL.
That catch good for only a couple.
You know, Charles, you and I get to call a lot of games at the next level, but walking into the stadium, there's just something about the college atmosphere, the bands, the pageantry. So nice for us to be able to get the assignment to call a few games on Saturdays this fall, because let's be honest, there's nothing like college football.
I would agree with that. Look, there's electricity that crackles no matter whether it's college or the NFL. But this is a different vibe altogether when you're talking about a college game. And how about the one we're getting right out of the gate? 2 powerhouses in the college football world going at it to get things started.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now an inside handoff for Charles. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That's caught. Touchdown, USC. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Trojans add on to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now on 2nd and 13. White. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings.
White's pass.
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's taken in by the tight end, Perkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
47-yard line.
On the ground, Ellington. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Ellington.
Kent Ellington, the ball carrier.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Here's Ellington. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. This is Allington. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's White. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's White on 3rd down. Now White lost the football.
The quarterback is sacked.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And with that, we reach halftime in Miami in the opener to this college football season. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Trojans add on to their lead. I'll tell you what, a pretty special performance for his first ever start. Now with 3 touchdown passes.
Well, that's not a bad number to get things going, is it? Because, let's face it, we had our attention on him coming into this game. He's fully captivated us now. With every score, I think he's making his case to stay as the starting quarterback and not get involved in a rotation system.
Did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Ward. That catch good for only a couple.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very...
And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Benny Ward, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Trojans add on to their lead. And that's now his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And, boy, this has been quite a performance for the junior, as we remind you, getting his first ever college start.
And this has really been an amazing story because ordinarily, when a junior's making his first start, he's had a few reps along the way prior to, but in this case, the number is 0. So this is almost off the charts. They were watching him make his first start as a junior, and already he's thrown 4 touchdown passes in this game. This is absolutely amazing.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to begin their next drive. Here's the Florida offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is Jennings. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's White. He checks it down here to Ellington. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can... They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46.
That's good.
It's a big play there. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get this to Ward. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Benny Ward, 46 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Touchdown number 5 for the junior quarterback, and that certainly makes Coach O'Brien's job at the post-game press conference a lot easier.
And you're right, it certainly made Coach O'Brien's press conference awfully easy. But how about the conversation he's now going to have with Tommy Matthews? Because all indications we had from talking with Coach during the preseason, he told them both that they were going to get their chance. But now that this guy's throwing 5 touchdown passes, now he has to go back to Tommy Matthews and kind of shrug his shoulders and say, I know what I intended to do. I know what we talked about. But he's got the hot hand. We're going to have to go with it.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. First and 10, Florida. Again, they run with Ellington. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, White, and he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
36-yard line.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, he kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and
so 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, White. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The SC offense about set to take over here. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they can't bring him down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And the incomplete pass there, and you think about the quarterback position in college football. Kind of seems like once you get a guy developed, his 4 years are up just like that. He's off to the NFL. So what we're seeing here, a first ever college start at the quarterback position. How hard is it to win with someone who is unproven like that?
It's always hard. Now, we've seen guys do it, but to me, they're few and far between because
The teams that don't have returning starters at that position, or at least guys that saw significant action and can handle the pressure a little bit, you got to put them a little bit of a notch below everyone else, because in high school, those guys can get by on raw talent. It's harder to do that on the college level.
The Gators now with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, White. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been early beaten right from the word go.
White, so they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Today's final score, Trojans 45, Gators 10.
So things got off to a solid start. But after several weeks, you and Tommy had rotated quite a bit. Reminiscent of Michigan when Tom Brady and Drew Henson split snaps. That had to be frustrating for you both.
Some huge
Wake up.
news to get to, and none more intriguing.
What are these dishes doing at my feet? Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his 2-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got 2 quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to, what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
Look, I get you're upset, but we're in this together.
No, we're not. I'm just gonna leave.
I don't know what his problem is.
You gotta go talk to him, man. Go clear the air.
He's the one with the problem. Look, if he wants to talk, he can come find me.
Jumping fiddlesticks.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the USC Trojans. To play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara. We are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. Oh, look at the Jew. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. They begin the drive with Charles. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep for Walker. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
That's to his running back, complete, and unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Jewell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, Cooper. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A 46-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Trojans take over at 1st and 10.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, caught here by Ward. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
To Benny Ward.
A nice throw there. Coach O'Brien, when you look at his quarterback position, he's got 2 great options, but opting to go with a hot hand, leaving Tommy Matthews on the sideline to start this semifinal.
And throughout this season, they've got a little bit of what we would call the carousel approach at quarterback. But when they've made changes, Tommy Matthews has made the most of his time under center. But both of these quarterbacks are undefeated, and we know why. This defense has played so well throughout the season, and we know how loyal they are to their head coach because he was their former defensive coordinator. Now they just got to figure out who's going to guide this team at quarterback and carry them the rest of the way.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. It's going to be caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Again, he'll drop the throw. That's caught. Touchdown, USC. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Trojans have taken the lead.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with a pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd down now, Jewell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Jewell. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Tigers 3.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Jewell. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. DeAndre Jewell, 66 yards. And Clemson has taken the lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
So after the back out there to kick this thing away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10.
The SC offense about set to take over here. A first down carry here for Charles. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Charles, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Trojans have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here's Cooper from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Stays on his feet. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. Going deep for Walker. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Benny Ward, 31 yards. And the Trojans add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Going after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cooper. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Boy, another nice throw that time. And all that debate that was possibly out there and wondering, well, will we see a second quarterback? Is Tommy Massey's going to play with this lead? I know it's only the second quarter, Charles, but he's kind of putting all that talk to rest.
Yeah, there's a long way to go, but let's face it, partner. If he finishes the quarter this way, you know that Coach O'Brien loves consistency. I don't see any chance of a change happening if things continue to go in this direction. He's picked the right quarterback. He'll stay with him.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't it? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. From 8 yards out, and the Trojans add on to their lead. What a game that he has had throwing the football. Now 4 touchdown passes. This offense playing at a very high level. I'll tell you what, he's going to be filling up your social media timeline tonight. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Trojans 28, the Clemson Tigers 10.
So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions. Some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Cooper going to throw again. He completes this into the hands of Miller. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and 10 now for Clemson. From the gun, Cooper. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
24, incomplete. Brings up third down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Cooper will look to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before break. Cooper. is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
15, incomplete. It's a turnover on down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
For the USC field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
The Trojans getting nothing but production from their quarterback. They have a big lead here at intermission. On, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And a short kick taken to about the 16. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sideline as a head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away. And incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to hand to Jewell. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The SC offense about set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Benny Ward, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Trojans add on to their lead. This is really something for a guy who has been rotated in and out of this offense. Heck, the last 2 games being his only back-to-back starts, he has come through with 5 touchdown strikes in this semifinal. And still, you got to think there's going to be talk about Tommy Matthews. So get ready for all those sports radio debates all the way until kickoff of the national championship game. This one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team.
Recovered by the hands.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. Field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The throw right sideline here is complete. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, 7 count. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I don't know what else to say at this point. Just an unbelievable performance. 6 touchdown passes. And you think about this guy, as we said, rotated in and out of the lineup all season. But right now, he looks as if he's had a zillion starts out there. He has been on point all game long.
So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Clemson takes over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter.
It's a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will be taken at the 13. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The SC offense about set to take over here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Southern Cal. A big play there. 72 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, folks, this is just getting ridiculous now. 7 touchdowns. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smells terrible. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 44-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have 5-2 on that side of the ball.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Cooper. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown Clemson. From 13 yards out. And his guys are able to get a score back.
For the extra.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
That just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. The pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how weird is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Trojan offense ready to get their next drive started. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, USC. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, and that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get it. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
So now following the USC touchdown, on is the kick team to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. Here's Cooper. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running from the gun with Henry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Henry, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Cooper. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
That's good.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Lost a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Cooper. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Meanwhile, 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Clemson field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So that'll back them up 5. The Trojans, USC, such a proud program. They have been on the top of the mountain before. It's been a little while since they've been back, but it's looking more and more like they'll be playing for a national championship next week as they start this drive here 1st and 10. He's going to look deep here for Ward. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And for the junior quarterback, his first start, his first win, and it's a big one.